The first debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump will take place tomorrow night at Hofstra University, and it's safe to say that a lot of us will be watching. One presidential candidate who won't be there, says he offers conservatives unhappy with Donald Trump an alternative this year. Independent candidate Evan McMullin is on the ballot or registered as a write-in in 27 states. He'll be a write-in here in Wisconsin. Evan McMullin, a former CIA and former foreign policy advisor on Capitol Hill, joins us now from our bureau in Washington. Evan McMullin, it's good to have you on the program. And I guess for people who are not familiar with you or your candidacy, maybe we'll give them the elevator speech. Why are you doing this?
Well, good to be with you. Yes, why I'm doing this is because I firmly believe that the time has come in our country for a new generation of leadership, and more specifically, a new conservative movement. A conservative movement and leadership that recommits itself to the cause of individual liberty and to the idea of inclusiveness and tolerance, so that we can welcome to the conservative movement people of all religions and ethnic backgrounds, which I think have been excluded and are being excluded, especially by the Republican nominee, Donald Trump, whose rhetoric is very divisive. The other part of it is that I'm the only candidate who has any credibility on national security issues. I'm the only one who understands how we need to reform the government so that more power is closer to the people in accordance with our Constitution. And then also, I'm the only candidate, I believe, who has good ideas about how to get this economy up and running again.
Mr. McMullin, is this campaign about this year and having an impact on the election this year, or is it about building something for the future in terms of maybe a third party, a conservative party?
It's about both. I mean, we have a goal in this election to offer people a choice, a candidate in me who hopefully people can get behind and vote for, as opposed to just simply choosing the lesser of two evils between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, which I think devalues the value of our vote and results in a lower level of leadership for our country that I believe has taken our country off track. So in this election, we're trying to give people a better choice, but we're also trying to block Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump from winning a majority in the Electoral College so that the election goes to the House of Representatives, and then we sort of get a chance as a country to choose a leader among the top three finishers in the Electoral College. That's a very difficult thing to do. It depends largely on how close the race is between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. It is narrowing, so that helps us with this goal. But also it's about, as I said early on, it's about building, and offering the country a new generation of leadership. What form that takes is, it's too early to say whether it's a new movement that has an impact on leadership in the country broadly among the parties that exist, or whether it's a new party altogether it remains to be seen. But I firmly believe, and I just think with these two candidates who are historically unpopular with Americans, and with most Americans, the vast majority of Americans, saying that the country's on the wrong track, it is clear to me, and I think most people in this country, that we need new leadership that will put the interests of the American people first, and who will shun corruption and will unite us. I think we've got a very divisive set of candidates this year. We need new leadership that will unite us in this country.
The pushback that you hear from Republicans is that every vote you're taking away from Donald Trump is helping Hillary Clinton get elected. What's your response to that?
Well, I think both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are cut from the same cloth. So, they are both big government people who Donald Trump in this election even has advocated for a single-payer health care system. He's also proposed deep tax cuts. I support tax cuts as well. But he wants to fund them through raising more debt or taking on more debt at the federal level, as opposed to reforming government and reforming government spending. This is a disastrous idea. We need our government to be more limited, but we also need to pay down the national debt, not grow it. It's already $19.5 trillion. We add $2.4 billion to that every day. So they're cut from the same cloth. So either way, you're voting for, you can decide what the lesser of two evils is, but they're both in my view, evil and bad for this country, and we need something better. And if we don't start voting for leaders who we actually want to see in office, we will never get them.
I've only got about 15 seconds left. You won't be on the stage of the debate on Monday night. Where will you be?
I'll be in New York responding, but also we have challenged Gary Johnson and Jill Stein to another debate, and we've got some interest, and there are people promoting that, and we'll see if Johnson and Stein accept.
Evan McMullin is running as an independent candidate for president. Evan McMullin, we appreciate your time today. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the